Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome to nwAno weekend section. Saturday, 7 p.m. UK time. Once again, welcome. Good evening. I don't know where you're watching us from. We are live on nwAno YouTube page. We are live on nwAno Facebook page. We are live on Twitter, nwAno_JJ. So you can tune in on any of these platforms and join the program. If you watch on the screen, you'll see what we're going to discuss this evening. We choose random topics every week. Then we discuss and deliberate on it. This evening, we're going to discuss on, is it the fault of a woman that her husband beats her up? Is it the fault of the woman that her husband beats her up? Yesterday, we discussed about, we ask, why do men beat their wives or girlfriends, something like that. And this evening is just the extension of it. Is it the fault of the woman that her husband beats her? As you can see, the line is open. You can call anytime you want. The number is on the screen. +44 982 3879. It's a WhatsApp call. Call the number. You voice your views. You voice your opinion. It's all welcome. There's no obligation that you can give your name. Just call and contribute to the program. Okay? Or you can put a comment on the comment section. Like what we discussed yesterday, many people that are in an abusive relationship, many of them that are in a violent relationship, most times they blame themselves. They blame themselves for all that is happening in that relationship. When you talk about domestic violence, it's an issue that affects everyone, both male and female. It affects the man, it affects the woman. It's an issue that affects everyone. The thing is that women are always at the receiving end. You can see most times women are the ones that are always at the receiving end. They are the ones always getting the beating. That does not mean that some men don't get abused, like women don't beat them up. No, it's not what we're saying. At the receiving end, many of them, women, are always at the receiving end, especially in the developing countries. It's a bit rampant. Women are always at the receiving end. When some women, when you're in a relationship, when they're in something like, call it abusive relationship, they always have that belief that yes, the man or their husband will change their bad behavior with time, especially when they apologize. When the man beats them up, after beating them up, they will just apologize and say, I'm sorry, and all that. It's your fault. You are the one that made me angry. The way you were talking to me and all that. That was the reason why I beat you up. You made me angry. I didn't like the way your voice was sounding. You understand? You raise your voice at me, you talk back at me because of that. Sometimes when you do something like that, I'm always angry. It makes me angry. So, and when I'm angry, you know how I behave. I can't control myself sometimes. So because of that, you know, that's why I beat you up. I'm sorry that I touched you. I'm sorry that I beat you. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. When they finish that, what happens? The woman will believe that yes, she is the one at fault. If she didn't talk back at the man, if she didn't behave the way she behaved, maybe the man, there's no way the man could have beat her up or something like that. So she started blaming herself because of the beating and all that. All this was- the woman, it the woman's fault? Is it the woman's fault that her husband beat her up? I want you to call me. I would like you to call me. Let me know what you think. Is it the woman's fault? Yes, maybe. Yes. Like you said, some women maybe they don't really control the way they talk, or they don't know how to keep silent sometimes. So when their man or when their husband or when their boyfriend is angry, they talk back. Maybe when you're talking to them in an argument, they start talking back or something like that, they get angry. But is it the woman's fault that the man maybe overreacted, start beating her up? Whose fault? Is it the woman's fault? That's what we're discussing this evening. Is it the woman's fault? Some of them, they believe that if they didn't provoke the man, things would have turned out differently. If they didn't provoke the man, things would have turned out differently. So whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up? Is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up? The line is open. I would like you to call me. Or you can put a comment on the comment section. Let me know what you think. Some women, they will try to cover up abuse. Sometimes when family members or friends, they find out that she's been covering a black eye. She's been wearing glasses often. She's been wearing cap to cover the injury. She's been wearing vein to cover her face, so they will not see the marks and everything from the beating or from the smacking or flogging. They will cover it up. They will like try to find a way to give excuses. So start giving some flimsy excuses. Understand? When you push them hard, when you press them further, when you try to say what is going on, she will say that, yeah, he's a good man. My boyfriend is a very good man. He's a good man. It's just that he was not in a good mood that day. He was not in a good mood. And whenever he's not in a good mood, he always went out. He always go out to drink. When he drinks, sometimes he get drunk. And when he's drunk, don't normally stay in mood, Understand? That's what happened that night. And I should have avoided him. I should have tried my best not to talk to him or ask him why is he coming back late, or what's going on, what happens, I could have found a way to manage it differently. It's all my fault. That's why he beat me up, So I know. They start blaming themselves for the man beating them up. The man went out. He was the one that got drunk. He got drunk, and he came back. Being drunk. Whatever is it that happens, start beating the lady up. And the woman, what she do? It's her fault. She could have handled it differently. That's what we're discussing this evening. Is it the fault of the woman that her husband beats her up? The line is open. I would like you to call me. Even some women, if you're watching us, I don't know where you're watching us from, I would like you to call me. The line is open. The number is on the screen. It's a WhatsApp call. Call me. Let me know what you think. Why? Is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up? Is it the woman's fault that her boyfriend beats her up? I've heard a lot of, since yesterday, after our program we had yesterday, I've heard a lot of comments. People have been saying that, yes, women sometimes, they over-exaggerate. They behave in a way that sometimes you don't know how to control yourself. They will make you angry, that to the extent that you want to kill them. Okay? All right, I got that. The same with the man. But what I'm asking is it the fault of the woman that the man beats her up? That's what we're discussing this evening. I would like you to, the line is open. Put on the comment section, let me know. What is it that woman does? Some women, yes, you've seen them. They're getting beaten, proper beating. Sometimes they use cane, sometimes they use belt. They're beating them. Some of them you see the man punching them, or they like have a little, they like fist punch. Is it the woman's fault that she's getting beaten? Is it the woman's fault that her husband turn her to punch him back? That's what we're discussing this evening. I want you to call me. Let me know whose fault. Why is it her fault that such things happening? You have to understand something, right? When some girls, when little girls out in home, when they grew up in an environment where all that they know is violent, when they grow up in a household where one parent always beats the other, there's a chance that they will grow up believing that the violence is the only way to communicate. It's the only way to settle cause. I always use that. It's the only way to take control of situations. So when they find themselves in an abusive relationship, when their boyfriend, when their husband is beating them up regularly, when they are beating them up, when they're punching them, they're kicking them, they take it as normal. They take it as normal. Because at the end of the day, all that matters to them is that the man loves them. They will tell you that he loves me, he's still in love with me. That's all that matters to me. But this guy keeps beating them up regularly, beating them up many times, often. And whenever they do that, sometimes they apologize, sometimes they don't have any remorse. Why? Is it the fault of the woman that her husband beats her up regularly? Is it her fault? Some of them will even go to the extent when you're asking them what is going on. Why are you allowing him to do this to you all the time? They will start giving you excuses. Yes, he is the breadwinner. I'm not working. You know, I'm a housewife. I'm the one taking care of the children. I'm the one always at home, stay with the kids and all that. What do you want me to do? That's a very genuine excuse, right? They give you that. He's the breadwinner. He's the one bringing all the money in. He is the only one that is working. He's the only one that paying the rent. He's the only one that giving all the money. I can't do nothing about it. So when he beats me, I will take it like that. That's normal. So it's normal today. So what do? They're blaming themselves for that, for the man's action. They're blaming themselves for the man's action. He's the one. What do you want me to do? Because he brings the money in, so he has the right to do whatever he wants to do. This is his house. At the end of the day, he's the one paying the rent. He's paying the children's school fees. We are eating in this house. He is the one. So if I live here now, what would you want to do? How would you expect me to sustain myself? How do you expect me to take care of myself? So they will take it like that. What they do, they start blaming themselves for that. So is it the woman's fault that her boyfriend, her husband beats her up regularly? And I need you to tell me your honest opinion. What is it? Is it her fault that is happening to her regularly? My boyfriend is a wonderful father. He's a wonderful boyfriend. My husband is a wonderful husband. He's a very good father to my kids. It's just that when he's angry, and most times he gets angry easily, and when he's angry, he doesn't really control his emotions. So, I try to avoid him when he is angry. So when he's angry, I try my best to get away. Understands? But sometimes, you know how it is. What do you want me to do? When he beats me up like that, it's always my fault. I'm the one. I always make him angry, and I know that he gets angry. When he's angry, he loses control. So it's my fault. It's my fault that he's beating me up. So I try my best not to make him angry. Is it the fault of the woman, the man, beats her up? Is it her fault? Is it her fault? That's what we're discussing this evening. Is it her fault that the man hit her all the time? Is it her fault that the man used belts to flog her all the time? Is it her fault? Like I said last night that some men, if you ask them, they will say to you, yes, she always talk back at me. She doesn't respect me. She raises her voice at me. Understand? Since she get promoted, she thinks that she owns a lot of money, and she's getting money now, so she can do whatever she wants to do. She doesn't respect me anymore. She doesn't value me anymore. So she thinks that she can do whatever she wants to do in this house. So, yeah, I have to beat her up to put her in her place. I have to beat her up to teach her a lesson. That's what I'm asking. Is it the woman's fault that the man beats up? That's what I'm asking. And the line is open. You can call me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And most times when you ask some women, like I said, in developing countries, most places now, some places in Africa, as more other developing countries, you see some women, they will tell you that the problem is lack of family support and friends. Friends, because they are scared of when their friends find out that they are in an abusive relationship or they are in a violent relationship, they will take a mickey out of them. They start laughing at them. They use it against them. They will tell the whole world what is happening to them. So because of that, they keep it in. They will not try to speak out. They will not let anyone to know that they are in an abusive relationship. They will not let anyone know that they are getting beaten all the time. Also, some of them, society, the level they are in the society, the status, where they are in the society, because of that, they will not speak out because society will judge them. Society will judge them. People would think that they don't know how to handle relationship. So because of that, you see a lot of them, they don't speak out. When they're in an abusive relationship, they will not speak. It's only when something happens, when someone dies, when they kill the lady or they kill the man in that relationship or something, that's when everyone will start talking. You see a lot of people, everyone, they start talking. They start saying a lot of things. They use that as a news, becoming news. Everyone is talking about it. Churches, everyone using it as well. Point of contact, they're using it just to talk. And many people, many women are in such relationship because most times women are always at the receiving end. Understand? So I'm asking as well this evening, is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up all the time? Is it her fault? I want you guys to I want to see your comment. I'll read it out. Or you can call the number. The line is open. The number is on the screen. If you're listening to Bevis Apasino, Okay. Is it the woman's fault? Some of them, because of lack of support, like I said, when they tell their family members, most times the family members may not believe them. They will start blaming them, saying that it's their fault. Maybe if they don't respect their husband or their boyfriend, he will not do that to them. Understand? They start blaming them. And sometimes you find out that most of them, they will try to leave that relationship. I told you most time, mainly in developing countries. In developed countries, it's a little bit different because there's options for the ladies. There are many options for them. But in developing countries, it's a little bit different. It's a bit hard for them because single ladies, some of them, they find it difficult to rent houses on their own. The landlords, they don't really trust them much to rent houses to them, let alone single parents. So most of them that have options, maybe they think about it. They say they want to leave the man or they want to leave the home and move. Why are they going? Because they can't go back to their parents' house, right? Now they were looking for apartment where to live. Sometimes they will not. No one will support them. Landlord will not give them the rooms or the apartment for them to move in. Because of what? They will think maybe they are bad people. They have questionable characters. That's the reason why their husband pushed them out of the house. That's one of the things. So because of that, they stay in their relationship and they keep on getting the abuse. They keep on getting the beating all the time. So I stay asking, is it the fault of the woman that her husband beats her up? I would like someone call me. Let me know what you think. Is it the fault of the woman? The husband beats her up. Is it the fault of the woman? Someone said that sometimes you build, as a man, you build your career, you build everything that you're supposed to do and everything. Then you go and bring this woman in. Then she will come. She will not listen to you. She will not work with you and all that. Because of that, they get angry. Then when they're angry, sometimes you try to correct this woman and tell her something, they don't listen, and keep on, because they only keep on pointing out that they don't listen. They always talk back at you, don't respect you and all that. Because of that, that's why they beat them up. Because when they're angry, when you beat the woman up, she will think next time she want to raise her voice. She will think next time she want to talk back at you. And ask, is there any other way that you can do that? Must you hit? Must you punch? Must you be violent? Must you be violent? Is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up? Is it her fault that her husband beats her up? Is it her fault that her boyfriend always beats her up? Is it the woman's fault? What do you think? The line is open. I would like you to call me. Call me, let me know what you think. In an argument, sometimes it gets hot. There's times you be in an argument, it gets hot. It gets hot. You're talking, she's talking. You're talking, she's talking. She raised her voice, screaming, pointing at you, making you. Sometimes some of them might even like hit you first. They'll draw your clothes and everything. Understand? No. Then you, as a man, you start punching. You want to kick her. You want to show her that you're the man, and you start hitting her, throw her head, use belt, kick and all that. Is it her fault that you beating her up? Like I said already, some women, they blame themselves for a man's behavior, that the man is beating them up. Is their fault. You can put it on the comment section. Welcome, Mav Molly. Thank you for joining us this evening. Put it on the comment section. Let me know. The line is open as well. You can call on the WhatsApp call. The number is on the screen: +44 Let me know what you think. Is it the woman's fault that she's receiving the beating? Is it her fault that you are laying your hands on her? You are the one kicking her. Is it her fault? I said already when we started, I said a lot of men, they will say that she doesn't respect me. She talks back at me. She's always in my face. She's always in my face. She doesn't take any instructions from me. I try my best to communicate, but she doesn't. Understand? If you are with this woman, you will do the same thing that I'm doing, You do the same. That's why I'm beating her up. And the woman, when you ask the lady what's going on, she will still blame herself. She will blame herself, as she said there. It was my fault. It was my fault. I could have handled it differently. Maybe I could have found another way to talk to him. When my boyfriend, the way he behaves, when he's angry, he doesn't control himself, Understand? Don't forget that he lost me too much. He lost me a lot. He lost me so much. He's a good man. And he will do that. The next day, he will do the same thing again. He will beat you up properly. And you believe in that the man will change. With time, he will change. I'm asking this evening, is it the woman's fault that the man is doing that to her? Is it the woman's fault that the man is beating her up all the time? Like some men always said, yes, I have to beat her up. If I don't do that, she will not learn. I need to put her in her place. I need to, I'm the man of the house. If I don't do that, she will not. Why would she? She will not respect me. She will not listen to me. Because of that, I need to beat her up. I need to beat her up. So, is it the woman's fault that her husband does that to her? Is it her fault that her boyfriend always do that to her? So women will say to you that my family members cannot help me. If I talk to them, they always blame me for that. That is my fault. I should have tried my best to not to talk when he's talking. Yeah, sometimes it's good for the woman to keep quiet. Yes. But what if she talks back? All right. Then it's her fault now that she talks back, right? Then the man will start beating her up. What about the man? When he asks about the man, he say, hey, he always have anger issues. He's very quick to angry. Now, when he's angry, he doesn't control himself. That's why. So, then is it the woman's fault that he's doing that? Hello. Good evening. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Don't read the line. Okay, the line is open. You can call me. Let me know what you think. Is it the woman's fault? Is it the woman's fault? Let me know what you think. You can put a comment on the comment section as well. I'll read it out. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. What's going on with the phone? Okay. Let's continue. Okay. As I was asking, is it the woman's fault? Whose fault is it? Is it her fault that she's being beaten? She gets beaten all the time. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, go on. I think the line is having. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, you carry on. No, what's wrong with the line? Okay, we'll carry on. What we're discussing this evening is it the woman's fault that her husband beats her up? Understand? So as I'm trying to sort out the line, you can put on the comment section. I will read them out. Understand? Why is it the woman's fault when her husband? Is it the woman's fault when her boyfriend beats her up? Hello. Hello.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you go on?
Okay. So based on the issue at hand,
Okay.
it's technical. The answer should be technical,
All right.
because if you say yes, that is the fault of a woman, you know, generally, like you say in advanced country, when you beat a woman, what the country will say about the man. Biblically, it's not wise to beat a woman. Do you hear me?
I'm listening. Yeah.
Because why I say so is, but we know the nature of a woman. their nature, we know it. Sometimes they portray a lot of things that can push you to beat them. But marriage is all about understanding and matured. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So a matured man should not beat her wife. Once, women out of their own stubbornness, negligence, when you are talking, they should try to prove that they are right, all those things. What a man need to do? He need to work out. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You need to work out. Go out from the scene at that moment. A lot of, maturity is all about controlling your anger.
Okay.
Some men, they can't control their anger.
Okay.
Because anything that you do at the long run or at last, you feel remorse or you regret. That is not good. You get where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Some men, when they beat their woman, after they start regretting, say because of my annoyance or this. But if you cannot control your anger, once you know your woman that she's abusing one, whenever you say something, she's trying to put you off, brag, do all these things. All you need to do is just to walk out. Just to walk out. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you beat a woman in your own right, but when it goes back to the society or goes back to the parents of the lady, they will not be happy with you for beating their daughter. The society will not be happy for you to beating that woman.
Okay.
Whatever a woman does, when the society hear the word beating,
Mm-hmm.
they will not side you. Understand? Hear where I'm going. Are you getting where I'm going?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Generally, beating a woman, the world will not see it as a good thing. Even the Bible did not see it as a good thing. Because we know the nature of a woman. They say they are weak.
Mm.
And there was a word you use. You say the woman will say, the man loves me, the man do this, but due to my own aggressive word, the man beat me. If talk about love, if you love a woman, if you love somebody, you will not think of hurting that person. You get me?
Yeah.
If you love someone, if you really love someone, you will not think of hurting that person. So in that area where a woman say, my husband loves me, and in the other way around, because of little issue, you will forget that love and start beating that woman. It's not right. I'm not trying to defend the women, understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the women, we know their nature. They are the weaker vessel there. Once a woman abuse you or do a lot of what you need to do as a matured man, don't walk away. Understand?
Okay.
And there are some men, there are some men, their nature is to beat a woman. When the man is at fault, you want to beat a woman. And the reason why some women will not take it back to their husband, to their parents' house, is because maybe their parents are not in support of the marriage.
Mm.
There are some, when their parents tell you not to go this place,
Okay.
I've seen the nature of the man, see his character, don't go there. The woman will say, because of the Lord, daddy or mommy, I love that man, I will marry that man, I'll marry that man. Once they told you not to go there, and you refuse their order, and marry the man, later, whatever the man does, the lady will not bring the issue back to their parents.
Okay. So that's when they always say that the family is not support of them.
Yeah, that is the reason why some of them, they will not bring the matter back to their parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Because their parents is not in support. They neglect their parents' order and went into the mind. They say, for better, for worse, anything I see, I will take. So that is the reason why most of them, they keep it with them. That the man will keep maltreating them. understand?
Mhm.
They can only relate it to their girlfriends or their close friends, but what they cannot bring it back to their parents. That's one of the issues. But the issue is not in a matured marriage. In a matured marriage, the husband should not lay hands to her wife if you really say he loves that woman. Because even if you lay hand on the woman, when the thing gets to general or comes out in the public, people will not ask what did the woman do, but they start condemning that man. This man that beats her wife is not a man. It's not a man enough. It's not this. So generally, in a nutshell, you cannot say it's the women's fault because we know the nature of the women. They talk anyhow. So a matured man should not lay hands on their wife. Rather, whenever the woman is coming up, you knowing her character, you know where she's driving, then you can just leave her after you call her attention back.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah. That's 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 amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Hello. Yeah, the line is open. You just drop the line now. Call, voice your opinion. So according to the gentleman, he's saying that whatever the the lady does, as a man, the man is supposed to behave maturely. If you're angry, if you cannot control your emotions, if you cannot control your anger, you just have to try and walk away. Make sure that you shouldn't lay your hands on the lady. You shouldn't lay your hands on the lady. And he as well mentioned that some women, maybe because they are in that relationship or they are in that marriage, because when their parents are not in support of the marriage, so whatever they see in that marriage, they will never tell their parents because they already know that the parents are not in support of the marriage. So the man might use the advantage of it and start beating them up at any time, any chance they have, any issue they have, they use that to beat the lady up because he knows that she doesn't have any support from her family. Because of that, the lady will stay in that marriage. He will stay in that abusive relationship. That is it. And when you ask the lady, like I said earlier, she will say, what do you want me to do? I will not have any support. I cannot get any support from my family or my friends. So it's better that I stay in here. The only thing I have to do is to find a way to protect myself whenever he's trying to beat me up. I'll try myself to protect myself whenever he's trying to punch me. I'll cover my face so that he'll not punch my face, but he can hit me anywhere in the body. That is how it is. Understand? So, what, like we're saying this evening, I said, fault is it? Is it the lady's fault? Her husband is beating her up all the time. Understand? Maybe the way I asked the question, maybe is a little bit like what he said. It's a little bit confusing or something. But I know what I'm driving at. Because many women, they always blame themselves for a man. They always blame themselves for the man attitude. They always blame themselves for the man's behavior, especially when the man is abusive. When a man is what? Violent towards them. They always blame themselves for making the man to be violent. They always blame themselves. Then they forget that physical abuse is not acceptable, no matter what the circumstances. Physical abuse, when someone raise their hands, when someone use something, any object on you, when they raise their hands to beat you, when they raise their hands to punch you, when they raise their hands or they use belt, some people they do that to smack the lady, it's not acceptable at all. No matter what you did to the man, no matter what you did to the woman, because some women they do the same. They beat their boyfriends, they beat their men, they beat their husbands. Some women do that. Understand? It doesn't matter what the person does. It doesn't matter what they did to you. Understand? You're supposed to get to that maturity whereby the worst thing you can do is to walk away. You're angry. Just walk away. When you're calm, you can come back. You try to sort it out, talk to the person, let them understand what's happening. But to use an excuse that she talks back at me, she's always shout back at me. She doesn't make any sense. It's not. It shouldn't give. It's not. It shouldn't give you any right to be abusive or be violent to anybody, let alone a woman. You, I see some. If you watch on some social media, you will see a lot of videos. A lot of them. A lot of videos. What's happening? So how men. I mean, some of them you see them huge, big man. They be marching, jumping on a woman because they can. What I mean that they can because they can. Because the society over there, maybe they accept that. They have the right to do it. At the end, they will tell you it's their house. It's my home. It's my house. So they have, what is it? The woman, they start blaming themselves for that, for the man's behavior. They blame themselves for the way they treat them. They blame themselves for making him angry. They blame themselves for making him to become violent. They blame themselves for making him to become a beast. Whenever he went, whenever he go out, he get drunk. Then when he comes home, the woman receiving it, punch him back. Why? Is it the man do? Is it the woman's fault that all that is happening to her? Is it her fault? Understand? The gentleman that called said, he said it's not the woman's fault. That's what he said. He said it's not her fault. That the man is supposed to be matured. The man is supposed to do what? Control his emotions. He made a mention that relationship sometimes it's good, it's for matured people, matured in mind. Any man that lays his hand, any man that start, the only way he knows to talk, the only way he knows to communicate is through violence. That's the only way they can talk to their wife or talk to their girlfriend. It's violent. When they start beating them up. It's not, I don't think he's a man. Understand? But what I'm asking is some of the women, they blame themselves for whatever happening. Excuses they give is sometimes you look at excuses, you're looking at yourself, say, what? What? Why? Is it her fault that is happening to her? Is it her fault? The line is still open. I would like you to like comment. Put on the comment section. Is it her fault that is happening to her? Physical abuse. Physical abuse. Physical abuse of any sort. It's not the answer. It's not supposed to be the solution to whatever that is happening in that relationship. Understand? It's not supposed to be that. Because a lot of people have gone through that. A lot of women, a lot of men, they've gone through physical abuse. Just a minute that you're angry, as you lay your hands, you punch or you smack the lady, she might fall on the floor and hit her head somewhere. A minute, that's it. That life is gone. If you have children, the children lost their mom. That is it. Then you start regretting it. You're regretting it immediately. You're regretting it immediately. Then you will remember that when you always say that I'll get quick to be angry. I'll get quick to angry, get angry all the time. When you're angry, then you can control yourself and all that. It's gonna get off from your eye immediately. Then you remember what you just did. The children gonna lose their mom. They're gonna lose their dad because the mom, the man or the woman that did that, when you kill your partner, you're going to jail. Those kids, they lost their mom. They're gonna lose their dad. You understand? Those are the things people, when you want to do something, you have to think about it. Any actions, whatever you want to do, there's always consequences. Understand? Walk away, leave, go out. If you're angry, just leave, go out. When you're calm, when you're cool, then you can come back later. You talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Understand? And the only thing is just that most people, when they said, normally say that the relationship, sometimes they say to you, they just put it that you're married. Okay, you're married, you're home. Understand? You'll be like, it's for better for worse. Yes, they say it's better for worse. It's not for better or die. No, it's not do or die. No way. It's for better for worse. Does not mean that you have to die in that relationship or you have to die in there. Understand? Try a way. If you cannot manage it, if you cannot work on it, if it's not like feasible, understand? Find other alternative or ways. Seek help somewhere. Counseling. Bring family members, bring elderly people that can talk to you guys. And find a way to sort it out. But once if you get to that stage whereby it becomes violent, he's always violent to you, getting angry all the time and all that. You need to find another solution, because when a man is abusive, when a man is violent, and once if you do it the first time, do it the second time, you will keep on doing it again. It's not gonna stop. Use that as a control over you. Gonna use that over you. Whenever he's angry, he use that to console himself by beating you up. It's gonna smack you big time. Gonna beat you properly. Understand? There's no excuse. There's no need. You're a woman or a man. You're in an abusive relationship. You're in a violent relationship. There's nothing like blaming yourself for it. It's not your fault that he's behaving like that. It's not your fault that she's behaving like that. If he cannot be man enough to control his emotions, to control his anger, to the extent that he's beating you up, he can beat your children on top of it. Put your head, smash your head on the floor, use his legs to match on your head. Understand? Yeah, hello. Hello. Yeah, hello, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, in a conclusion, the solution to me
Okay.
is when the woman, when you notice that it has becoming part of the woman to abuse you or to make you get angry, the only solution where you cannot control it, instead of you to beat that woman, you take the matter to your pastor or to the girl's parents. You understand?
Okay.
For them to call the woman in order. For them to call her in order. Anybody that you know that the woman respects a lot, you can take the matter to the person. For the person to give that woman a word of advice.
You mean when
the woman will change?
You mean when when the woman become she's the one receiving the beating? Or
no, when the woman, they watch a lot the beating could be abusing words. There are some women that can use abusive words to their husband when their husband is talking there, try to defend themselves, use an abusive words, all those things that can trigger you to beat her. Like I said, in a marriage, it's all about matureness. If you cannot control yourself, or you have talked to that woman that she doesn't give you a listen there, she keep exhibiting or portraying that attitude that trigger you to beat her. As a matured person, you need to withdraw yourself and a little, take the issue to any person, that woman, the lady or your wife, listen very well, or take her words. You take that matter to that person, either to her parents or to her friends or to their pastor. for a pastor to give her a word of advice. If the person does not concur with what they say, then you can give yourself a little break than beating her. Beating her is not the wise or normal to do. Thank you.
Thank you. That is it.
Um,
So, so what you're saying is that the same, that you look for someone that she can listen, whatever maybe you think that her attitude, the lady's attitude is getting to a stage whereby it can make you to start be violent towards her. That you need to talk to someone else. But at the end of the day, it's not advisable to lay your hands on anybody, let alone your woman, your girlfriend, your wife. It's not advisable at all. Understand? So whatever is this problem, whatever it is the problem, understand me? You shouldn't try. Understand? Don't try to lay your hands on someone. Don't try to lay your hands on your girlfriend. Don't try to lay your hands on your wife. Because if it happens here in the Western world, if you get police call you or she just take her phone and call the police, you're gone. Understand? She's gonna press charges. So in some developing countries, like we said, some of them that it might not happen that way. The situation is that I think the best thing she have to do, she have to like talk to someone. She have to talk to her family members. Understand? No matter what it is, maybe they might not listen to her, or whatever, but she have to speak out. If you're in a situation or if you're in a relationship where you getting abused or you getting violated every time they beating you up and all that, speak out, talk to someone, seek help. Otherwise, you might not be lucky. Some people have died because of that. So it's wise, it's advisable that you speak out. Don't die in silence. Speak, talk to someone. Look for to look even whoever, a pastor or whoever. Talk to someone. Seek help so that you will not die in vain. You will not die in silence. Understand? Right. So if it's the first time you join, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, nwAno on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, nwAno on Facebook. We are on Twitter as well, nwAno_Twitter. Okay. We're just gonna round up this program. It's been a long, long week. I know this topic is a sensitive topic that a lot of people try to avoid. We might come back to it again. Understand? Because this is something that is happening, and a lot of people have their own views. They have their own thought about what is the way they control their emotions, the way they handle relationship, the way they handle their wife or their girlfriends, the way they put them in order. They just put away. Understand? So, and like I said yesterday, violent, abusive relationship, I think is getting rampant. Maybe because of social media. That's why a lot of people are seeing them now. Many people are seeing what is happening, that people are getting violated all the time, getting beaten up all the time. Understand? But at the end of the day, the way your family, the way you keep your relationship is you are the one responsible for it. Nobody can decide for you. So whatever I decide, anyhow you want to keep it, anyhow you want to keep your relationship is okay with you. That's for you. But don't die in silence. Don't die in vain. It doesn't worth it. Thank you all for staying with us to this time. I say I'll see you guys this weekend, Friday, the same time, 7 p.m. If God tarries. Remain blessed. Love you all.